28.88 the time to beat. Carl Edwards posted that lap, 186.922 miles per hour. 27-year-old Josh Wise, the 2005 USAC National Midget Champion and the 2006 USAC Sprint Car Champ on the racetrack. One Charlotte start for Josh Wise.
Driving for Doug Taylor.
Wise has 30 nationwide series starts. Best start of 7th at ORP, O'Reilly Raceway Park in Indy, a couple of years ago.
I think you definitely want to try to get into 29s, Steve, to really feel like you can be somewhat comfortable, being locked in the show. So you'll need to pick up a little bit here on lap 2, I believe.
Coming up, we'll see Ricky Stenhouse, Denny Eflin, and Brian Keselowski. Wendy is standing by
for the ride. He picks up a little bit, but he doesn't pick up enough. He's going to be one of those guys who's going to have to go back in the garage area now and sweat it out.
Want to mention, too, that Ricky Stenhouse and Danny Eflin locked into the show. Good news for those teams. Derek Cope, 6 starts this season in the Nationwide Series.
See that car bottom out just a little bit. Not as bad as we have seen, but you've already talked about it, Hermie. It does not help you to have a car bottom out.
Hermie, when a car does bottom out, scrape the track, how much does it upset the car?
Well, it depends on where it's hitting at. If it's up something in the front end, whether it be the cross member or some of the suspension pieces up front, it can really, because it can affect the steering of the car. Otherwise, if you got a truck arm mount or something like that, it doesn't upset the handling of the car, but it's certainly a distraction to the driver. But like I say, you can't plan on all the time picking up a second and a half in qualifying. There's really no way to really plan for that. So you think you got it squared away in practice, you pick up a second and a half, the car travels more, and it kind of catches you off guard.
So Derek Cope, 30-13, his quickest this summer. David Gilliland in the 91, the next driver scheduled to qualify. Sixth year in this series.
Got a nice lap going so far.
Yes, he
Top
does.
15 hit it to turns 3 and 4.
Easy then. Gave up some big time speed off of turn 4 though. But where is my crew chief right now telling me that I'm locked in?
You're in the show right there.
There you are.
There he is.
Because he gave up so much speed. I mean, I couldn't believe it wasn't going to get worse the further he went.
Stenhouse, Mark Green, Eflin, Keller, Gilliland, and Clements locked in. Josh Wise is on the bubble.
Morgan Shepherd, the ageless one, on the racetrack now to qualify. He won here in 1981 when it was still known then as the LMS, Late Model Sportsman Series, before it became the Busch Series in 82.
He's going to need to be down. He needs to beat a 29.98. Steve, to knock Josh Wise out of the race and lock himself in. So we'll see if he's able to do that. He ran a 31.37 in practice, but as we've seen, it's a lot more speed in this racetrack. We'll see if Morgan can pick it up and get it done.
Pretty decent 1 and 2 as far as his line and look at his throttle, but he's not quite carrying the speed down the straightaway.
Morgan showed up at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony on roller skates. It's quite an entrance.
It really was.
30.07 lap 1. He is about a 10th off where he needs to be to get himself locked in the show.
So he'll have to run a second lap. See if he can sneak up on Josh Wise.
He's right there at it, guys. All how he gets off of turn 4 here. Gave it back a little bit. Can he rally back?
See that young man who's the unofficial flag man.
Right there. Yes, he is.
Wow. 29,984 to a 29,987. 3 thousandths.
That's right.
Morgan just doesn't get enough credit.
No, he doesn't.
For the man, the age that he is, to be able to qualify and to pick it up and run with these young kids. I mean, unbelievable job.
And Dennis Setzer.
And Hermie, you've already said it. If you can run in the 29s, you can get yourself in this race.
Yes, sir. Right there, that benchmark, that's basically the cutoff. You got to be 29.98 to lock yourself in. So we'll see.
If you really want, if you want to simplify it, you can just say if you run a 30 flat, you lock yourself in.
You know, Jeff, looking at the timing and scoring monitor, and you're right. I mean, we normally see Jason Leffler up near the top, but he's one of the slower cars at a 29.99.
Yeah, he definitely was not. His race car looked ugly. Let's put it that way. He could not make any speed because, you know, Jason has always been one of the top qualifiers in here in the sport. So they've definitely got some work to do. Or otherwise, you know, like I say, the set of tires they put on didn't match up to what he was feeling. They get the air pressure adjusted and untape a little bit. You can watch that 10 car. He'll be one that'll be coming from the back to the front.
All right, let's see what 2006 Nationwide Series Rookie of the Year. Danny O'Quinn, he is locked in, 23rd overall. Unfortunately, that bumps Brian Keselowski out of the show.
29.70.
So Keselowski out, Danny O'Quinn in.
Good job, bud. That's the way to come back.
Hermie, it's difficult, I think, to articulate the kind of pressure that guys like Danny O'Quinn, Kevin LePage, and Dennis Setzer are facing right now. You're looking at the difference between making some money, so in some cases you can go to the next race, and going home.
Yeah, and it's still a lot different for a guy like Danny O'Quinn and a guy like, say, Kevin LePage, because Kevin's here to do a job, to get this car qualified, get it in the show, period. But Danny O'Quinn still has aspirations of trying to get back into a full-time ride and get, reestablish himself and be competitive. So, you know, Danny O'Quinn's got a lot of stuff going through his mind on this racetrack, and to be able to put all that aside and turn that kind of a lap, good job for him.
So Brian Keselowski, the first driver, bumped out of the show. Final two drivers attempting to qualify, Kevin LePage in this 56 car and Dennis Setzer, the final one.
So far, he's looking good because he is on the right side of this green marker. That's what you have to be.
He's in. 29.89.
And that bumps Parker Kligerman out. So
29.89.
Kligerman will not race this afternoon in the TechNet Auto Service 300.
I think I'd hear that. Keep it up. Todd Myers must feel like Kevin can pick it up a little bit more, and he might. He will just a little bit. Moves up to 31st quickest.
No matter what happens.
Well, he's locked in easily, so he was locked in on lap number one. Yeah.
Guys, no disrespect to Dennis Setzer, but Carl Edwards, if he clinches this pole, Roush Fenway Racing would have won 8 of the last 9 Nationwide Series poles here at Charlotte.
I said they got a good combination of driver as well as the overall package. Because that's hard to do. That's David Pearson-like, you know.
It is.
And the Wood brothers when he used to show up here.
Pearson-esque.
Yeah.
So we're down to Dennis Setzer or Derek Cope. One of those two guys will be in the show. One will not.
It's about as basic as you can say it. Kligerman and Keselowski. Brian Keselowski bumped out.
And Steve, let me tell you.
Anxious moment for Derek Cope.
If you're standing down there, as you're sitting there watching the clock run, watching these guys go through the corner, you know, if you're Derek Cope's guys, I mean, it's like you can't do anything to protect yourself.
Helpless.
You're helpless.
Dennis has got a good lap going, so he'll be top 25.
Yes, sir. 23rd, Hermie.
29.71. Yep. Good run for Dennis Setzer.
Tough break for Derek Cope. That bumps him out of the field. Setzer, 3rd quickest of the go-or-go-home drivers. So Carl Edwards will, in fact, start from the pole position, his 3rd consecutive Charlotte Motor Speedway pole.